Welcome to my channel. And I am going to rant about today's price action that has been disgusting, to say the least. We started off here, and I was expecting Jerome Powell to come up online and then talk about something that would dump the market. To be very honest, I was thinking that this would be like a next leg down, and today was the big day. So as soon as I saw this, let me just get into more granular details. So there we go. So, or you know what? I'm going to change a few settings. So let's go here. Look at this. I mean, this was one of the most irritating days. Look at this. So this was what we have today. This is what happened. Absolute crap, absolute nothing. Okay, so this was basically all the sucking out all the money from the options from via delta. So or so not delta. What do you have? Alpha, beta, delta, gamma, theta. That's what I meant. So the theta burn, that sucks out all the money from the options. And the closer that you are to the to expiry, uh, the crazy fast it gets, right? And look at this. So I was short right here, and all of a sudden it jumped like a monkey and just threw itself up all the way here at 298.43. Now this, okay, got me into the position again. Although like I had to take a loss, I just cut out my loss right here. But then all of a sudden, when it started dropping, I could see it on the 5 minutes chart right here. So usually I've seen market a lot to know what it would, or to not know, but then at least to guess what it would do. Okay, and most of the times I come right. You see this, okay, like it went up, no conviction, went down, went up, no conviction, went down, and it just keeps on bouncing right around this level, right? So I knew that if it breaks this level, it won't be good. And usually, it's an asshole. It won't break instantly. It would break it, okay? Then it would bounce back because there were a bunch of buyers right here. So they would try to hold the price, and then it would show you this, okay? A sign of weakness, just like it showed you a sign of weakness right here, and it would just break down, right? And then it broke down right here, all of a sudden out of nowhere. And I was short from here, right here, when I saw this price action. That was when I started getting short. So you see this, no conviction in the buyers, no conviction in the buyers. This was a little point where I got my small little heart attack. But then I saw that it was drop, base, drop, right? So I was just waiting for this to finish up, and as soon as I saw this, I was already in position here, so I was planning to cut my losses if it exceeds 297.60. But as soon as I saw this, the bears hold this and then break it below, I was pretty convinced that it is at least going to 296.40, right? And then all of a sudden, I see this, this tail, and then, it just picked up the momentum. So, like I got scared, but then I saw that the momentum was flowing, it was turning, and it was basing right here again. So, just waiting to see if I get lucky, if I can get some bear push to get the shindig down, right? And then it did. So I was pretty happy about it. I had bought puts, and then I sold puts right at this level. I started selling it here, right? Because the look at this. It's a slow grind, a slow churn down. I mean, it was pathetic, right? I want something like this to happen. I'm just waiting for something like this to happen, but then it would never happen if I'm in the trades, right? It's so freaking frustrating. Then finally, it just grinds down, grinds down, grinds down, and it stops grinding down right here at this position. And that's where I kind of gave up. And I started getting into puts because I have a small account right now, so I was like trying to get into calls because I didn't want to be a pattern day trader. So I didn't sell my puts. I sold puts against my puts that I bought. So essentially creating a spread. And then I wrote the calls right here. So like when I saw this, I was still hoping and praying to see this break down, but then it didn't. So I caught some calls right here, wrote it up here, and as soon as it hit this level, I sold the calls against this, right? And then it started coming down again. This is where it really grinds my gears. You see this, and then this, and then this. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Like, who would have thought that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the bulls will just take it? And look at this. It's a it's a straight line. It's a fucking straight line. Pardon my language, but this was so annoying. It just and this crap kind of turned the whole day into a nothing day, an absolute nothing day, like a nothing burger. And I couldn't believe that today was when Powell would come in and move the markets, and this is what we get. This. Yeah, if you're lucky, you caught the calls right here and then you wrote it up all the way. But then look at the overall price action. Look at this. We have this rejection right here somewhere. This was like one of the zones where, if I were to draw a zone, this would be my zone right here, right? And it couldn't go up. There was a heavy rejection. Okay, if we followed up with a nice bear candle, and I knew the buyers were here, but then to be honest, I was never expecting the buyers to be as strong as this. You see this, especially the day when something were to happen. So yeah, it's not that great or it's not that reliable to trust these engulfing candles. It's yeah, these days trading is not that easy. But yeah, I mean, this, for example, this one was quite easier. And I was looking to see if there were like follow-ups like this, but we didn't. Like this was a good price action, right? And I wrote it all the way down. But then if you are in the nearby options, these things will destroy your options, right? You won't have fun trading, right? And I know it's not for fun. I know it's for professionals, and I know you need to know everything, and you need to be Mr. Know-it-all or Mrs. Know-it-all or Miss Know-it-all to kind of trade these markets. I get that, but this was pretty frustrating. Today was a frustrating day, especially people who value their time. Today was a complete time waste. Anyway, so this was my little rant, and I would try to post as many rants as I can, depending on time and availability. But yeah, and tomorrow I'm looking to see if we can kind of. So this was a drop. This I would still give it as a base, right? And then finally, if we somehow with good volume, if we can just get below 296, right, and just stay there for a while, that would be fun because I am expecting at least a call it $5 move down, right? Almost, if I were to jot it out or draw it out, I would say probably somewhere here. Somewhere here is when you can expect a few buyers to come in and pick up this level. This is, by the way, a good level. 293 is a good support level. So this could be a good support for those who are, um, those who still think that it would be the buyer's market, those who still think that the bulls will drive this up, right? And this will be probably, and if I'm not really sure, but then if you look at this move, then Fibonacci wise, probably would be here somewhere. That would be like the zero point 0.6 mark. So around here is where I'm thinking the bulls just could pick up. But then this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a drop. I'm seeing a base and a drop. We could completely blow the top and just move up from 298 all the way, back up to 302. That is if this is a drop base rally, right? We have three, and we'll talk about these things. The more videos I make, the more we'll talk about these. But then there are like three major um, patterns, right? One is a drop, base, drop. That's something like this. There's a drop, base, drop, kind of basing, drop, right? So this is the same thing. It's consolidating and it would drop. So that's one. There's a drop, base, rally. Okay, there is a rally, base, rally, and there's a rally, base, drop. So there are four patterns that I've at least identified. And we would, talk about this and see how this video, how you guys respond to this video. See if you're kind of interested in, watching more of these. And I was kind of trying to be a little, um, I'm still trying to be a little respectful, not to curse, not to use any abusive words or abuses or just foul language to describe this. But today was really a snooze fest, time waste. It was pretty bad. Um, anyway, I was expecting something out of today, but it apparently was nothing. Look at this. What? Look at this. What is this? Huh? Anyway, that was the rant for today. I'll catch up with you later. Thank you, folks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.